a third of the earth is going to burn up. But before that happens, there's going to be a silence in heaven. And those are the two things that we're going to talk about today in this episode of the Revelation series. We're going to talk about the silence in the heaven first, because heaven is full of angelic voices and worship and praise, per the Bible. That's how it describes it to us anyway. And so to have silence after all of the commotion and all of the seals being broken and all of the bowls of wrath being poured out, and then to have such silence. We're in Revelation chapter 8, verses 1 through 5. When the Lamb broke the seventh seal on the scroll, there was silence throughout heaven for about half an hour. I saw the 7 angels who stand before God, and they were given 7 trumpets. Then another angel with a gold incense burner came and stood at the altar. And a great amount of incense was given to him to mix with the prayers of God's people as an offering on the gold altar before the throne. The smoke of the incense, mixed with the prayers of God's holy people, ascended up to God from the altar where the angel had poured them out. Then the angel filled the incense burner with fire from the altar and threw it down upon the earth. And thunder crashed and lightning flashed, and there was a great and terrible earthquake. Then the 7 angels with the 7 trumpets prepared to blow their mighty blast. The first angel blew his trumpet, and hail and fire mixed with blood were thrown down on the earth. 1/3 of the earth was set on fire. 1/3 of the trees were burned, and all the green grass was burned. We're going to read the study part on that. When the 7th seal is opened, the 7 trumpet judgments are revealed. In the same way, the 7th trumpet will announce the 7 bowls of judgment. The trumpet judgments, like the seal judgments, are only partial. God's final and complete judgment has not yet come. There was a silence in heaven for about half an hour. With all the activity, this dramatic pause must have seemed to last for an eternity. During this time, the only activity was the prayers of the saints. We must seek God in times of silence. How proper for us to be quiet and to honor God for His power and His might. Take time each day to be silent and exalt God. Silence also conveys trust and confidence in God. We can trust that God will give us strength and provide the justice against oppressors that we seek. Now verses 3 through 5, the breakdown, says an incense burner filled with live coals was used in temple worship. Incense was poured onto the coals, and the sweet-smelling smoke drifted upward, symbolizing believers' prayers ascending to God. The angel then threw the incense burner down upon the earth. This symbolizes the judgment of God released on earth in an answer to the prayers of the saints for justice on those who had oppressed and killed them. This shows that judgment, vindication, and revenge are in God's hands, not ours. No matter how strong the desire to exact revenge and retaliate at our enemies, our work is to pray for God and His justice. Now we're going to talk about third of the earth burning, because that is something that everyone questions and anticipates. Because you know that the book of Revelation is going to unfold. These things have to come to pass. So Revelation chapter 8 verse 6, the breakdown says, the trumpet blast have 3 purposes. 1, to warn that judgment is certain. 2, to call the forces of good and evil to battle. And 3, to announce the return of the King, the Messiah. These warnings urge us to make sure our faith is firmly fixed on Christ. Since only 1/3 of the earth is destroyed by these trumpet judgments, this is only partial judgment from God. His full wrath is yet to be unleashed. I know that the end of times talk is daunting. So many people don't even want to hear it. But, as I said, this entire Bible is filled with prophecies that unfolded. There are things that are predicted, and then they come true. The book of Revelation is a prophecy that will be fulfilled. It will come true. We're already seeing some things from the book of Revelation being fulfilled. It's not to scare you when we go in deep studies about this. It's to prepare you. It's so you can make sure that you are prepared to meet the Messiah for Jesus Christ's second coming. Are you ready? Do you have oil in your lamp? If you don't know that reference, it's a biblical reference. But anyways, oil in your lamp to where you're not just sitting there waiting and empty-handed. that you know the Lord is coming back and that you are waiting and you are ready for him. I know there are a lot of other people that you need to get ready too. It is a part of being a Christian to go and spread the gospel and to tell people about who he is, so that when he returns, there's not going to be people that have missed out on knowing who he is because you were too scared to talk about it. I know it's a hard truth, but as I said, the book of Revelation, there is no sugarcoating, there is no sidestepping. It is straight and narrow. Jesus is coming. There's going to be silence in the heaven, and then there's going to be a third of the world burn up. After that, there's a lot more to unfold. As it said, this is partially God's wrath. His full wrath is going to come, and there has to be an end. To what we know, anyway. I don't say any of that to scare you. In fact, this entire Revelation series is just to educate you and to get you excited for the return of Jesus Christ, and to get you to go tell people who he is. Spread the gospel. Let people know the exciting times that we're in. That this generation is seeing unprecedented times, things happening, unfolding, revelations, and that is just starting. I hope you enjoyed this episode in the Revelation series. I think we're about halfway through, so stick with me and we will finish out the book of Revelation, and hopefully you learned a lot from it. May God bless you, and I will see you soon for another episode in the Revelation series.